I love celebrating the holidays. Obviously, I always do it with food, and one of the things I've always loved to do is make a batch of homemade potato gnocchi. But we found a supplier in Italy that got us 3 different flavors of gnocchi, so I'm done making them. We've got a plain potato, a porcini mushroom, and then we have a pumpkin gnocchi, and I'm going to show you a recipe with those today. It's pumpkin gnocchi with brown butter and sage. And the first and most important part to me besides the gnocchi is the brown butter. So I have a saucepan here that I'm just going to go ahead and put on medium heat, and I have 1 stick of butter. And what we're going to do here, we're literally going to brown the butter. The butter's going to melt, and then when it's done melting, then the milk solids that are in the butter are actually going to toast a little bit and give the butter a very, very nutty flavor. And that's going to take maybe 10 minutes or so, so we just want to let this go on medium heat until we get that nice brown flavor. So it's been about 10 minutes, and this is perfect. You'll actually really be able to smell the nuttiness of this brown butter, and that's ready to go. But this will continue to cook in this pan because it's very, very hot. I have a strainer. I have a little dish with a strainer because basically, like I said, we're toasting those milk solids. Okay, and you can see that right in the pan, all that toasted. That's given a lot of flavor. We don't necessarily want to eat that, which is why we strain it. And number two, it also allows for the butter. It'll slow the cooking process down quite a bit. So that's good to go right there. That's a beautiful thing to do ahead. All right, so I've got a pot of water here that I've seasoned with a little bit of salt. And these gnocchi are very, very delicate, very, very tender. So we don't want to have the water going at a huge rolling boil. I like to call it a low boil, where you can see you just got a few bubbles sort of going up to the surface because we really want to be very, very delicate with the gnocchi. They're only going to take about 2 minutes to cook. So I'm going to go ahead and get those in the water now. And as soon as they float, they're done. And that's how you know. But we want to go nice and gentle. So in the meantime, I'm going to start the sauce. I've got a 1/2 cup of heavy cream, which isn't a lot. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that to a saute pan. And I just want to bring that up to a simmer. All right, we're not looking to reduce it. We're just looking for it to get warm enough. So we're going to build this sauce. So our cream's ready to go. And you can see now these gnocchi are just now starting to come up to the surface a little bit. That's a great sign. So we're going to go ahead and build the sauce while these gnocchi finish cooking. This is a really classic flavor combination, brown butter and sage. It's exactly how you would have it in Italy if they were preparing even pumpkin ravioli for you. Very classic. So I'm going to use this sage, which we've just sort of cut into little ribbons, and I'm going to use that to sort of start to season the cream. Okay? And as our gnocchi are coming up just a little bit, I'm just going to give this a quick stir just to get that sage going. Really, really perfumey sage. All right. And here they come up to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these off the burner, as you can see. Pull this right off the burner. And then we're going to go right into, drain them. The gnocchi, go right into that sage and cream mix. Okay. And at this point, we're almost there. I've got about a 1/4 cup of this brown butter that I'm going to go ahead and add. And that's where the cream helps to just sort of tie this whole sauce together. So you got your brown butter. I'm going to do some fresh cracked pepper, so I love that flavor. And, you know, the gnocchi is a little bit on the sweeter side. Not candy sweet, but, you know, sweeter than pasta would be. And a nice bite of black pepper helps. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and give these a quick stir. You can get in there with a spoon if you want. I like to kind of just use the pan. So this is perfect. Everything's had a chance to marry. It smells like sage. It smells like brown butter. I love the consistency of this sauce right now. If you wanted your sauce to be a little bit thinner, that's why we always recommend save some of your pasta water. No matter what kind of pasta dish you're cooking, save some of your pasta water if you want that sauce to be a little bit thinner. I'm real happy with how that looks. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it to the plate. Love to serve gnocchi family style. What is more exciting than that? Just a big, beautiful plate of delicious gnocchi, seasonally appropriate. And again, those pumpkin gnocchi are a little bit on the sweeter side, so I love to use Pecorino Romano cheese with them. It's a little saltier than Parmesan. Parmesan would taste great, but I love the way the Pecorino works with that. What a gorgeous plate of gnocchi. This is definitely something you've got to try at home because we basically did all the work for you.